Hi, my name is Mio Santana from Divine Journey, and today I wanted to come on and talk about the year of Yin. Why is it the year of Yin 2020? Well, for the last 2 to 3,000 years or so, we've been in the era of the Yang energy. That's Y-A-N-G, Yang, like Yin and Yang. We've been in the Yang energy, and the Yang energy is masculine energy. And we're now leaving that era and we're going into the era of the Yin. It's a natural energetic dynamic that we're experiencing on Earth, and it's not a movement of any kind. It's not a feminist movement. It's not a woman power movement or anything of that nature. It's basically an energetic shift that's happening in our environment. So when this took place around, I guess it would be around 3,000 years ago or so, around the time when modern religion became formalized, a lot of the, I guess what you could call Celtic or pagan cultures, religions, practices, modalities, all of that pretty much got erased through time. And in those days, in that time, the female, the feminine was revered. The feminine energy was something that was honored and revered, and was actually not above the masculine, because there's no above or below, but it was honored just as much, and it was very much revered as the source energy, as the creation energy, as the creation that births everything in the environment. And so we had women that were priests, we had women that were heads of house, heads of state, heads of everything. We had women warriors, we had women, just women in all types of positions that throughout the last 2,000 to 3,000 years, we saw that we didn't have a representation of women in a lot of those positions until the feminist movement started taking hold. And what happened with the feminist movement is that because it happened during the Yang energy era, it took on a masculine energy trait or aspect to it. So as they were doing this movement, and I'm grateful for the movement, because it got women to where we are today. I mean, it helped us with so many things that we are able to take advantage of and have opportunities that we wouldn't have had if we didn't have that. But the energy that it took was like a masculine energy. So it came off very aggressive, and unfortunately it wasn't received as well as we would have liked in society and culture. And so it got us this far, but it didn't take us the whole way. And so now with what's happening with the new feminine energy era that's taking place, we see movements such as the Me Too movement, such as the transgender movement, that are taking on a new dynamic, a new face to what feminine energy is. And something that I wanted to bring up, and that is very important, is that with this new feminine energy taking place and growing and thriving in our environment right now, we have an opportunity here to really embrace our masculine energy, to embrace the masculine energy that we carry inside, and to honor it, and to honor the masculine energy outside of us as well. And now let me make a distinction, because a lot of times in the work that I do, in the workshops that I have, a lot of people collapse masculine energy to be a male and feminine energy to be female. It's very easy to collapse. It's very confusing until you're able to make the distinction. And what I'm talking about today is the actual energy. So feminine energy has certain traits and attributes, and masculine energy have certain traits and attributes. It just so happens that men, if you look at the gender of man, men tend to have more masculine energy traits within them than feminine. And if you look at women, women tend to have more feminine energy traits than masculine. But both men and women have feminine and masculine traits equally within themselves, and it's just an ebb and a flow. So if you come off as a more feminine energy woman, it's only because you're accessing that energy more often. But you can definitely learn how to access your masculine energy more. It's just a practice that you have to do, and therefore you'll balance yourself out, and then you may not come off as just as a feminine energy woman anymore. You may come off more balanced, or you may show up as more masculine energy depending on the situation. So we're not tied down to any which energy depending on what our gender is. Our gender has nothing to do with our energy. Masculine and feminine energy permeate the entire galaxy, the entire world, the entire universe. It permeates nature, animals. Everything has a feminine and masculine energy dynamic to it, and that's how things are created, that's how things grow, that's how things are nourished, that's how things are done, that's how things happen in this planet, in this world, in this universe. So I really want to make that distinction, because a lot of people tend to collapse male with masculine and female with feminine. So we take that out of the way, and now we're talking about the energy. So feminine energy now is rising, and so we have an opportunity to really embrace our masculine energy. And the reason I say opportunity is because the masculine energy has not really been embraced lately over the last, I don't know, a few hundred years, because of the outcomes that have taken place in the world that we see, that come from a very aggressive nature, like wars, like conflicts, like the way that we're treating our planet as a collective, different things that come off as very masculine, aggressive, energy oriented, that have taken place in a very distorted way. So we get to heal that as a society. We get to heal that as a collective. We get to heal that as a people, so that we can move on from that and create something new in our present and in our future. And so for this feminine energy to rise as it is now, it is very important to take this opportunity to embrace our masculine energy, heal the masculine energy within us. So taking away the labels of what we think masculine energy is, as we judge it as a label of a man, a man that hurt me, a man that did this to me, someone that is aggressive, someone that hurts others, or when we say men create war, or men are rapists, or men are the ones that do harm, or that rape and pillage. All these labels and constructs and societal judgments that we've put on what a male is, we get to heal that and embrace that, and realize that it was a distorted version of masculine energy that was taking effect. And so once we're able to embrace the masculine, once the feminine energy is able to embrace the masculine and heal it and nurture it as the feminine energy knows how, then those two energies are able to begin the natural ebb and flow, the natural interplay between them, to really, really heal this planet and really grow and expand this planet to a planet of peace and unity for all. So the reason why I call it the year of the yin 2020 is because we have that special opportunity to really embrace our feminine energy, learn how powerful feminine energy is as well, because when people hear feminine energy, they think, oh, a weak damsel in distress on the side, waiting for her prince to pick her up. And that's not what we're talking about here at all. If that's also collapsing it into feminine energy being a woman, or being a weak woman. And that's not what feminine energy is. Feminine energy is powerful. Feminine energy, you can compare it to a mother tiger with her cubs. She's fierce, she's motivated, she's strong, she can hunt, she can do everything for her cubs. If you come towards her cubs, she will eat you alive, and she will protect her family and protect her cubs and protect her king and the lion and protect everyone around her. So that aspect of feminine energy is what I want to portray here. It's a very powerful, nurturing energy. It's an energy that where things are birthed. The feminine energy is what creates, it's what nurtures, it's the womb. It's for example, you can picture it as a bowl. The feminine energy is the bowl, and masculine energy is the water in the bowl. Without the bowl, the water is just scattered everywhere. There's no focus, there's no purpose, there's no nothing. With the bowl, the water is taken care of. The water is nurtured. The water is there's an intention. It's deliberate, and so that's where the creation can start to take place. So I hope that this talk was interesting to you. If you want to learn more, please log on to my website at miosantana.com. Please leave your messages below, your comments. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear your questions and dive more into this topic. I could talk about this for days, but I want to leave a shorter video so that I don't bore you guys to death. But definitely check out my link, and also private message me if you have any other questions, and leave your comments and questions below. And I look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you. Namaste.